So welcome to our webinar today about diversify and drive revenue for insurance professionals. My name is Cheryl Garcia. I'm a benefit and small business specialist living in Denver, Colorado. And today what we want to do is we want to go over our agenda, which will be, we're going to talk about who we are, understanding the need and the product, how to position the product with your current clients, our compensation, and then also our next steps that we have. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. John Hoffman. He's out of Tennessee. He is our national insurance recruiter. He has his own agency where he works with independent insurance agents, P&C agents, and also agencies that offer Legal Shield and ID Shield as a voluntary benefit. So he's had his own agency for over 20 years. I actually met him in Colorado. Now he's in Tennessee. And so I would like to introduce to you Mr. John Hoffman.
Hey, Cheryl, thanks so much. And Sherry, it was nice hearing your voice over there. So welcome and congratulations on South Carolina. I am kind of a neighbor over here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I hope you enjoy the beach today. I wish I was on the beach. Instead, it's like raining like crazy over here. So,
well, thank you, John. Yes, it's nice meeting you, and thank you very much for that. Yeah, so I am enjoying this because it's not every day I can get on the beach.
Well,
but thank you. Nice meeting you.
You're going to probably be pretty happy that you're missing the soon-to-be winters up there in New Jersey. So anyhow, enjoy. It's a great place.
Yes, that's one thing I'm not worried about missing is the winters. And I was just up there for 5 weeks working with, the first part of the annual enrollment period. And the first few weeks was just gorgeous and beautiful. And I couldn't believe the weather even going for the end of October and the first part of November. And then the third weekend, it got a little cold and everything. Luckily for Thanksgiving, I headed to Georgia as well and had family with my family in Georgia, which was nice weather. And then I actually came back home here to wrap up the end of AEP on the weekend of the 27th there. So yeah, I'm not missing it. My friends are like, I'm hearing all the weather up there and I'm like, you know what, this may not be too bad out here.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. And what we'll do is we'll be fairly brief here and just give you and anybody else that is joining at this time or reviewing from the recorded perspective, just kind of a brief overview as to some of the things Cheryl just mentioned a minute ago. So Cheryl, thank you for the opportunity to visit with the folks. I tell you what, it's always an exciting time for me because I go back 30 years and remember the time I got introduced to these benefits. The company did not have identity theft protection at the time, but just from a legal perspective, I had started my own environmental company pretty much out of college. And for business owners who are out there today, and if you happen to be, an agent or even a broker representing small, medium, or large companies, especially your entrepreneurs today, I was an individual. I was good at sales. I was good at marketing. I was really good at vision and strategy and, marrying tactics to, the strategies that we put in place. But I didn't have an HR background. I didn't have, you don't want me writing an employee handbook. I didn't have IT experience. I didn't have the legal background from a collections perspective or receivables perspective. And so as an entrepreneur, I was everything to the company. And, from an early brick and mortar perspective, I couldn't afford, I didn't have the capital to have, in-house counsel. I didn't have the capital to have a full stack engineer running the IT department. I didn't have, an operations officer, an information technology officer. And so I had to be all those things to the business. And thank goodness Legal Shield came along because basically for $29 a month, I could have access to full service law firms for everything I needed personally and anything I needed professionally. So It's always, I feel, just a good fortune or opportunity for me to just share this with others. So no matter what your background is, P&C, independent agents, or even brokers who maybe represent a fairly large clientele, I think you'll find that this is a healthy value add, and as well as an additional revenue stream without ever detracting from your core offering. So from this slide, we can just quickly see identity theft is top of mind. It's the fastest growing white collar crime, has been for 8 years in a row. We help clients. This is one thing I absolutely enjoy with estate planning. Today, 1 in 10 people have an actual will, have an actual succession plan, which I think is just catastrophic, really, when you just think 1 out of 10. And people want it, they need it, and now they can afford it. Added value to clients, protect the relationships from potential competitors, and equally, have a revenue stream, have income options. I'm a big believer documentation beats conversation. I'll probably say that more than once today, but Legal Shield, our company, has been around for 50 years. We are the largest group legal and identity theft plan provider in North America. We are the only company that offers a comprehensive plan for both legal and identity theft. And please rest assured that if anybody has an identity theft breach or issue or challenge or problem, or become a victim of identity theft, it is a legal matter. You're going to want access to counsel for the things that you're going to need to get it fixed. We serve approximately 4.4 million lives throughout the United States and Canada, 30,000 employer groups, and 48,000 small businesses. We brought ID Shield into the company in 2003. We serve a strong Fortune 500 clientele, and it's an unmatched service, and has been unmatched since really 2003. I like this slide because I like to speak to visionaries, people who are listening in today. We have always been a disruptor. 50 years ago, we disrupted the legal profession because we made legal services affordable to the working middle class. It's not affordable today, and you're going to see at almost $400 an hour that most of the middle class is priced out of having access to their very basic rights. So much like an Amazon, much like a Spotify, that's what Legal Shield has done. We have made it simpler, easy, and more affordable to access the justice system. And basically, Legal Shield mobile app, you can see it right here. I have it on my phone. Cheryl, you have it on your phone. The majority of people that have this benefit have it on their phone, have access to their law firm from basically the palm of your hands, direct access to your law firm, legal documents, traffic representation, legal questions, unlimited legal forms, and 24/7 emergency access in the event that there happens to be an emergency. All basically at the touch of a button, at the tap of the app. And it's the same thing with ID Shield. I can switch over from my Legal Shield app to my ID Shield app right here on the phone, and I can track my alerts. I can have on-the-go access to identity threat and credit inquiry alerts, my credit score tracker, direct access to specialists if there happens to be an emergency or non-emergency. Again, a big differentiator is 24/7 emergency access. Nobody else offers that to a specialist that can help me in the event that I might feel there's an emergency. Our vision has been pretty simple. We want to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that everyone deserves and really expects. Identity theft, again, I mentioned fastest growing white collar crime. Again, documentation. I think everybody is pretty much familiar with this. If you read the paper or turn on the news, Capital One breach impacted 106 million. Marriott Hotels breach impacted 500 million. Equifax, Facebook, 50 million. T-Mobile, 2 million. The thieves are good. They're professionals, and they want our data, unfortunately. We represent all types of identity theft. We protect against all types of identity theft: character, criminal, employment, medical, financial, drivers, and one of the fastest growing aspects in identity theft is children. just from stealing, children under 18's identity. Key features with our ID Shield: unlimited consultation and guidance, real-time monitoring on what matters. All of your pertinent information is going to be covered. Full service identity theft restoration. This is critical. I haven't met anybody since 2003 that were able to restore their identity on their own. They had to have legal and they had to have professional help to the tune of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. More importantly, the time and energy and just stress that went into it. We have a restoration professional expert who goes to work on our behalf if there's ever a breach. Trend Micro, password, VPN, the list just goes on. You can see here, I mentioned a minute ago, all of your pertinent information, your credit score, your social security number, passports, driver's license, all of your credit cards, bank accounts, the dark web, social media, loans, email addresses. All of this is going to be monitored and you will be alerted in the event that something goes south. Again, other benefits, getting multiple device protection with your password manager. If you have the individual plan, obviously it's one device. If you have the family plan, up to 6 devices. Same thing with Trend Micro. You can have up to 15 devices. It's all cloud-based, AI technology. Very proactive protection against evolving malware infections. The proxy one, just as important at that point. I like this because, it's a comprehensive plan for basically your entire family. If you take a look at our old competitors like LifeLock, not only did you have to buy a plan, your spouse had to buy a plan, you had to buy a plan for your children. You're looking at $100, $120, $150 a month. Under our family plan, the member is covered, the member's spouse, and up to 10 minor dependents up to age 18. For employer groups, for decision makers and HR directors and VP of benefits that have employees, dependent coverage is from 18 to 25. As far as the individual plan goes, it's a great plan, typically for people that maybe aren't married, and it's only the individual that's covered there. Let me shift gears real quick and go to identity theft protection. And I like to start here because this is how large the market is. If I'm going to have a value add for my business, if I'm going to look at an additional revenue stream, if my interest is to not to detract or deter from my core offerings, but to have a complement product, I want to know how large the market is I serve. And in my 35 years in business, I've never had access to a market this large. If you were to ask 100 people in a room, have you ever signed a contract or document? All 100 would probably raise their hand. Have you ever had a landlord or tenant issue? Ever been overcharged or treated unfairly? Been concerned about children's identity? Been a victim of identity theft or know someone who has? Ever needed or wanted your will prepared or updated? I think we could agree that 100 hands would go up in respect to those questions. Common misconceptions about the legal system is I can figure out the legal system by myself. Well, I think that's kind of dumb. Most people realize you can't figure out the legal system. You don't even know who to call. The legal profession is much like the medical profession. It's specialized. If you have an estate plan you're looking to have worked out, you don't want to talk to a divorce attorney. The only people who use attorneys are those who are in trouble. I haven't been in trouble. Cheryl hasn't been in trouble. Sherry, I'm sure you haven't been in trouble, but that doesn't mean that we aren't under the guise of tremendous laws, number of laws, year after year in this country. I'm an honest person. I don't need legal help. I'm pretty honest. And when I tried to return a defective product and they gave me a hard time and wouldn't take it back, even though it was defective, one call from the law firm, and I got that defective product taken care of, and I got my money back. Average cost for attorneys, as I mentioned earlier, just under $400. So this is some of the basic benefits we provide: unlimited phone consultation, unlimited contract and document review, phone calls and letters made on an individual's behalf if they're treated unfairly, complete estate planning, will, living will, durable power of attorney, you know, 24/7 emergency protection, traffic representation if you ever have a moving traffic violation. Unfortunately, I've used this quite a bit and have had over 30 points reduced down to 3 points over a 15-year period. That's great for my insurance. And what's great is my insurance company gets to retain me because I don't become high risk. Civil trial defense, the list goes on. Family and domestic services. Again, it's an umbrella plan for you and the family. You, your spouse, never married, dependent children under 26, dependent children, and physically or mentally disabled children living at home. Here you're going to see our rates on the plan. Legal Shield only is $29.95. That's our family plan. If you happen to target and have are interested in this as an employee benefit or calling on companies that have employees, we have group rates that are in the right-hand column, $21.95 versus $29.95. Family ID Shield, $29.95. Individual ID Shield, $14.95. The majority of people today will bundle the family legal and the family identity theft for $59.90. Still less than what you might pay for a cup of coffee at Starbucks every day on a monthly basis. So those are some of the benefits, or I should say the rates. I like our member perks program because the savings I get from this every month, take over the value costs that I have for my membership. And I have done that primarily just through my use of budget rental cars whenever I travel. But you can see there's a host of other things in here as well. Fitting these services into your daily operations. It's very simple. Again, I want to be clear. We are not here to detract or deter from your core offering. You have gotten very good at what you do with the offerings you have. But in respect to diversifying, in respect to bringing a value add in respect to opening up the market, in respect to driving a revenue stream, it's very, very, very simple to incorporate this into your story. And the presentation process, because of the benefits we offer, is very simple and short and outweighs anything that a person might spend. How do you communicate with your clients today? What type of marketing presentation materials do you use? What services do you offer? That list goes on. We have the tools. We have the tools to help you reach your clients. We are interested in complementing, what your interest in the marketplace is and what your interest is with your customers. Cross-selling opportunities, it's huge. I won't go into a lot of this. Life and health insurance clients, we have a lot of people in the life and health side. Now that we've been able to discuss your life and health insurance needs, do you mind if I ask whether you've updated and completed a will for yourself and your family? Most people have not, and this is a perfect opportunity to share the Legal Shield and ID Shield benefits. Same with auto insurance, same with commercial insurance, very, very simple to incorporate in. The contract requirements we have are very simple as well. Agents must hold an active insurance license. They must be licensed in the state where the benefit or plan is being sold. Tennessee used to be a licensed state. It cost me, I believe, $50 a year to have my legal license. They no longer have that, as most states do not. The commission structure will start as soon as the contract terms are executed. Some group types will impact commission structure, and premiums will also impact. The higher the premium, the larger commission. The smaller the premium, the smaller the commission. There's 4 ways that individuals get a chance to earn in Legal Shield. The compensation is available at all levels for all plans. Residuals, you're paid residuals for the life of the membership. I'm still getting paid today on business I wrote and my team wrote 24 years ago. So you talk about lifestyle, the residuals I think is absolutely huge. Overrides, if you want to build an agency and help others to learn how they can market this as a value add to maybe their client or customers, you can earn overrides on that book of business. And then we have all types of incentives as well. as a licensed insurance professional, you will start at the director level with our company. And I'm going to just use, if you look at the upper right-hand corner in red, $64.90. This is the combo plan of family identity theft and family legal. Again, this is our number one selling plan. Every time you market that combo plan as a director, you earn $220. All right, so that's the commission you're advanced on for selling a $64.90 plan. You do the same thing at senior director, you do the same thing at executive director. Your commissions simply go from $220 to $295 and $295 to $370 every time you market the $64.90 combo plan. So we do the same thing at each level. We just have the ability to make more as we advance in the plan. For those who do have companies as a potential clientele, you present to a company with 50 employees. Of those employees, let's just say you have a 50% enrollment, 25% choose, or 25 of the 50 choose to enroll in the Legal Shield and ID Shield benefits. At the senior director commission level I just showed you, on the $44.90 combo plan, the commission is $199 per plan. So for 25 plans, you earn just under $5,000. And you receive additional commissions for protecting the business with some of the unique small biz plans. And remember, you're paid a residual. So you're paid month after month, year after year on top of the advance for as long as they stay on the plan. We have all types of business solutions incentives. We have trips that we take people on all the time as they hit certain, premium requirements. We are paramount on providing support to the people we work with. Everybody has access to revenue and commission reporting, very simple administrative enrollment support, on-site enrollers, flexible enrollment options, and the list goes on. And that's what makes Cheryl Garcia so strong at what she does. She has been one of our top business solutions professionals for 20 years in Legal Shield, and she's been one of our top trainers as well. So she can really break that down in more detail. Lastly, why offer Legal Shield? Here's something that I believe is a nice differentiator for the insurance profession. Number one, it's a guaranteed issue. There's no long-term contract. There's no claim forms. Our memberships are month to month. With that, we have over a 72% persistency ratio with people who have bought the membership. So 7 out of 10 people are going to keep that membership year after year after year. The only reason we see any reduction or retention issues is when people don't use the service. So we want usage. We want to engage people in using that service. Portable and rate stable benefit cannot be used for the employer-employee issues. Like I mentioned, large participation, high utilization. Our NPS ratings with our provider law firms across North America is equivalent to an Apple and a FedEx. There's no sales territories. There's no geographic restrictions. Cheryl, I'm going to kind of let you wrap it up from here. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to visit. Sherry, I want to thank you for your patience in joining today and wish you a Merry Christmas. And Cheryl, I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman, for that overview of Legal Shield and ID Shield and how it can impact your insurance agency or as an agent. And the next steps is really to contact me. This is my mobile number and then my email and my website. There is a 2-page application to become registered, assigned with Legal Shield and ID Shield to offer those products. And remember, the compensation as an individual insurance agent or as an insurance professional, you start at that higher compensation level. So there's a 2-page form that you fill out, and then you just start sharing that with your clients. And so some of the other next steps that are on this next slide, what I will do, because I will be your trainer, is I will work with you to create what's going to be the best plan for you. How can we inform your clients? what is ways that we can educate your clients. I'll work with you and develop a strategy to be able to do that. And, you know, as Mr. Hoffman said earlier, we're not here to have you switch your careers over. We're here so that you can help your clients add this on or have this resource for their family, for their business, and for their employees. So it's something that you can add on that has a value that you can bring it to your clients. Because basically, if you don't offer Legal Shield and ID Shield to your clients, someone else will. So we would like to really help you be able to offer that to your clients. So please contact me and we can get going on the next steps. Or if you have any questions, how does it work? And you have specific questions, please call me and please contact me. Thank you for being on our webinar today, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Guys,